We had a drama pool about to tear this thing up. We took us 30 minutes to get them out of here. Yeah, it's cut the lights off. Broke. Like them bars right there, you can see where that had a weld on back. He split that whole thing. Come through it if he's man enough to if he realized, hey, I can go through this thing. He can go through it. It's scary. I made everybody who wasn't in here walk out, that didn't have to be in here to go stand out there. Well, I went to ABAC and I held my grandparents on a family farm right here in Turner County, and then realized, like most family farms, there wasn't enough income to support 2 different families. So I ventured out and took some other opportunities and started working here at the Stockyard. And I moved back and helped my dad at his stockyard in Athens for 18 months, and then was blessed to be able to come back to South Georgia where I always wanted to be. Most of our weeks here, Monday we're gathering cattle, or we're videoing cattle, or shipping cattle that we sold the week before on video, doing paperwork. Tuesday's a big receiving day. A lot of Tuesdays, we'll get 600, 700, 800 head in. Wednesday's the main goal of Super Bowl of the week. Every week we'll have a sale. We usually average 1,400 head a week every Wednesday. Sold 75,000 head here last year on Wednesday. So here at 5 o'clock in the morning and start grouping cattle every Wednesday. Sometimes we get here at 4 o'clock in the morning, just depending on how big a run we got. And we're lucky to be done by 9 o'clock. And by the time you get it wrapped up and everything counted, 11 midnight most nights. I think last week we left at 3 o'clock in the morning. So we're here for 23 hours. The thing I love about the cattle industry is you get to meet different people and different cultures of life every single day. There's nobody the same. I mean, we deal with people from Alabama to all the way to New Mexico and Colorado. I deal with people in Florida, selling cattle for people 350 miles away from here. I live in Tampa, Florida. There's a big culture swing from South Georgia to Tampa or Orlando, Florida. And it's all good-hearted people who've got the same goal. Plus cattle are just a great thing to look at. Something fun to do. Every day's different. It might look like the same, and our weeks are all set up the same, but you never get the same results twice. People are a lot happier to come pick up their checks now than they were 3 or 4 years ago. When COVID hit, it really took a damper on the cow market, just because the world was pretty much shut down. Yeah, people were still eating, but it took away all your sporting events. They weren't selling millions of hot dogs a year at baseball games or basketball games or football games. And we're selling cows now for 2 times what they were bringing 5 years ago, and some even almost 3 times what they were bringing 5 years ago. So a lot of people got a smile on their face now when they come to pick up their check, and that helps a lot. When I was blessed enough to purchase this barn from Mr. Alan Wiggins, he wasn't worried about himself or his reputation getting carried on it. He was worried about the folks in this community being taken care of. And that's a big thing around here. We're trying to do everything we can to help people in the community any way we can. Preserving the family farm is very important. We see it every week. There's 80 and 90-year-old men who work their whole life to provide for their family, and their little farms aren't getting passed down generations. They're getting broken up and split up and everything like that. Urban development's a big thing nowadays that we're having to face, and if we want to keep rocking and rolling as a agricultural community, somebody's going to have to be willing to step in and keep some of these farms and keep some cattle around and keep row cropping, especially if we want to keep eating Reese's peanut butter cups and stuff like that. Yeah, I think it's a really great thing what Acre South is doing to try and keep agricultural and small town communities and agriculture going on these farms. Most real estate companies, they want to bust it up and build a warehouse on it, whatever makes them the most money. And it means a lot to have somebody in the community that's willing to go out and survey these tracts, help burn timber off, do whatever it takes with wildlife, forestry, agricultural, just to keep the community and agriculture going for us.
Crazy things happen here every week, or somebody gets mad about something.
You know, it's like I had a man one time, he called and he was he got 19 calves at one place and 4 at another. And he called up here and he wanted to know how many calves he had, and I told him he had 23 calves. And he swore I was the biggest liar in the world, and he had 25 calves. And we got to rock and roll. He was just gonna come pick them up and get them. And we got to talking about it, and he said, I know I had 25 because I got 19 from one place and 4 from the other. And I said, well, 19 and 4 ain't but 23. So he really did have 23, not 25. And he apologized, and he was, he felt bad about it, but you mess with somebody's livelihood, people work hard to have everything they got. And that's a big part of it.